Hello, dear students. Welcome to I-Fal. My name is Teacher Nikki, and I am here to have another video lesson with you. So I am so excited to talk about a new topic for you today that will help you understand and construct better sentences using the English language. I know that these lessons will be very helpful for you to communicate using the English language that are grammatically correct and properly constructed, considering that we will be talking about some grammar topics. So I want you to concentrate on our lesson today, pay attention to our sample sentences, and please practice them very well even after the class. So let's go ahead and start our lesson. Let's go.
So, for this lesson, let's go ahead and talk about some of the common confusions with preposition of time. So, as you know, prepositions can be very confusing, right? So, we will be debunking or explaining better the common confusions that we encounter when we use them in speaking. So, now we have here at or on. So sometimes we get to confuse if we are going to use at or on. We use at to talk about public holidays and weekends. But when we talk about a particular special day or weekend, we use on. Okay, let's take a look at these examples here so we can better understand what it talks about. So, we never go away at the new year because the traffic is awful. On New Year's Day, the whole family gets together. So, if you remember the last time that we talked about, when the holiday doesn't have the word day, we use at, as you can see here. And if we have or we're talking about a holiday with the word day, we use on, just like you can see in this example. Next one. I'll go see, I'll go and see my mother at the weekend if the weather's okay. So the folk festival is always held on the last weekend in July. So you can see here at the weekend is actually a common expression, right? But then on the last weekend in July, this is just a like common American English expression on the weekend. But especially in this case, on the last weekend in July, right? It's a combination of using on plus the weekend, which is more common for American English, okay? Or common with American English. All right? Next confusion. Is it in or on? We use in with morning, afternoon, evening, and night. So these are just actually parts of the day. But we use on when we talk about specific morning. So when you were just talking about a one single day, right, referring to a one single day, we use on. All right? Example, let's see here. I always work best in the morning. So, like, it's every morning. I often get tired in the afternoon. So, this is part of the day. The ship left the harbor on the morning of the 9th of November. So, we have a specific morning here on the 9th of November. So, therefore, we use on in this case. We're just talking about that day. In the evening, they used to sit outside and watch the sun going down. So, in the evening, so part of the day. It happened on a beautiful summer's evening. So, we are just talking about a particular summer evening during that time. So, that's why we use on. Okay? Next one. Is it at or in? In the night is usually refers to one particular night. At night refers to any night in general. So specific in the night, on that night, that day. And at night usually is general. Okay, example, I was awake in the night, maybe pertaining about last night. Okay, thinking about all the things that have happened. It's not safe to travel at night. in general, the officer said. Okay? Next, at the end or in the end. We use at the end, often with of, at the end of, like this, to talk about the point in time where something finishes. Okay? We use then in the end to talk about things that happen after a long time or after a series of events. So it's like pertaining to a result in the end. Okay? Now, look at this. At the end of the film, everyone was crying. It's not in the end of the film. All right? At the end of the film, pertaining to a particular time where the action finishes. All right? Next one. I looked everywhere for the book, but I couldn't find it. So, in the end, as a result, I bought a new copy. Okay? In the end and at the end. Next one. At the beginning or in the beginning. We use at the beginning of to talk about the start. So, similar with at the end of. Okay, we usually use in the beginning when we contrast two situations. So here, the term in the beginning, we're pertaining to a contrast, okay? Contrasting ideas. Example, at the beginning of every lesson, the teacher told the children a little story. In the beginning, from the very first, okay, from the start, nobody understood what was happening. But after she explained everything very carefully, things were much better. So, in the beginning here means even from the start, okay, from the very first start, something like that. All right? Now, next one. Other uses of in with time. We use in to say how long it takes someone to do something, like a duration. He was such a clever musician. He could learn a song in about 5 minutes. So you can see there, it's a duration for how long, in about 5 minutes. So we can use in there. So it's similar with the preposition for. Okay, he could learn the song for 5 minutes, for about 5 minutes, something like that. Okay. Now, we use an apostrophe S construction. Example, in a year's time, in 2 months' time, to say when something will happen. So refers to the future. We don't use it to say how long someone takes to do something. No, it's how long, okay, so something will happen. Example, I won't say goodbye because we'll be seeing each other again in 3 days' time. So 3 days from now to the future. We can also say in 3 days without the word time in this example. Okay? He ran the marathon in 6 hours and 20 minutes. But in this case, he ran the marathon in 6 hours and 20 minutes time. We can also just remove that expression. All right? Now, time expressions without at, on, and in. So there are some time expressions that we don't use the prepositions in, on, and at. So normally, okay, with the words each, every, next, last, some, this, that, one, any, or all, we don't use any prepositions before them. He plays football every Saturday, not in every Saturday. Okay. Are you free next Monday? Not on next Monday. Okay. Last summer, not in last summer. Okay. So please remember that there are time expressions just like this, some words with this that do not use any prepositions of at, on, and in. All right. And at, on, and in, what are the typical errors? We use on, not at, to talk about particular day. Two couples were married in two different cities on the same day. Just day, 25 years ago. So not at the same day. We don't use at to refer to dates. Just remember, when we're talking about dates, again, use on. We use at, not in, with weekends. Commonly, what do we usually do at the weekend? Do you go away? All right. But you remember, on the weekend, right, refers to an American English. So we use in with months, not on. Already given. Okay?
So I hope you find our lesson today very helpful. So as I always say, the secret in making your communication skills in English better is constant practice. So I want you to please keep on practicing all the lessons that we've had in the past and even this present lesson. So I know that you can do it really well and you'll improve yourself eventually. So just keep believing in yourself and practice more, okay? Now, please stay tuned to our more lessons here in I-Fal, and please visit our website that I will flash on the next screen. I also encourage you to please subscribe to our classes because we have a lot of amazing teachers that will help you and guide you in improving your English skills. So once again, this is Teacher Nikki. So I'll just see you again on the next classes and video lessons that we're going to have. I know that we will have more amazing lessons in the future. So stay tuned and good luck. Study harder and I'll see you next time. Bye.